Welcome, new money. Rest assured, this will be the 6th time we have destroyed our portfolio, and we have become exceedingly efficient at it. It takes money to lose money. Ergo, vis-a-vis, concordantly. That skit was fantastic. For those who are not boomers. YouTube link. Denial is the most predictable of all human responses. Bull crap. Proceeds to make further irrational decisions. No, it isn't. You mean the group that blows thousands on FDs? You mean the group who went balls deep in mattresses? People finding out the hard way this is just a Wendy's. People don't even understand the Wendy's joke. Next time you're tempted to take advice from this sub, ask yourself, would you take that advice if the dude cleaning the Wendy's bathroom gave it to you? I would. 'Cause I'm retarded. I took advice from an autist in the World of Warcraft trade chat. Made myself a cool $50. World of Warcraft trade in LFG is where everyone should get their political and investment advice from. Those kids have the richest parents. The World of Warcraft auction house taught me more about supply and demand than all my economics courses. It definitely teaches you about the effects of the Federal Reserve's inflation. The people who have other outside assets that store value better, dollars, better than the gold in game end up better off as they just keep printing gold with bots and flooding it into the system. The real interesting question is what happens to the in-game economy when the dollar becomes hyperinflated. Does that just increase the inflation, or does it cause a deflationary cycle as everyone stops playing because they have to go out and forage for food in the landfills? You and I need to submit for a grant to study this. But then just use the money to buy World of Warcraft gold. Call it field research. Apply for more funding. This is the way. I mean, the time for direct study might be coming up, so if you want to turn this F into an A, you're going to need to let me F you in the A, Professor 30. Well, in counties with low income they became online gold miners since it did pay something. If the dollar becomes hyperinflated, you can bet Blizz would lower the amount of gold per World of Warcraft token. All jokes aside, RuneScape taught me more than public school about production rates, supply and demand, financial investment, scams, how speculation can wildly swing markets, and how basically economics boils down to an every man for himself scenario at the end of the day. Rune HQ may say it sets the price, but that's a guideline and not a rigid requirement. Are you going to sell your Karamja farm blobs at 66%, like a paper-handed bitch, or are you going to diamond hand that crap and spam wave, flash 2, selling lobs in Varrock for the next 2 hours to ensure you sell at their proper value? You're going to offer them at the GE for 1 GP each, just to drive the value down. My daughter actually took an economics class that used the WoW auction house as part of it. They all had to have accounts and played during class sometimes. That's hilarious. If you have any relevant literature on the subject, I'd be much obliged. I remembered reading about how, when a glitch meant World of Warcraft players were able to give each other a deadly disease in-game, researchers looked at how they reacted to model behavior in a pandemic. The researchers were shocked at how little personal responsibility people were taking, with some even spreading the disease intentionally, and figured it was due to the game-based format. I suppose we've now seen how that plays out in real life. I was there for the plague. It was crazy how fast and easily it spread. And of course so many people spread it for fun. The course my daughter took was at the University of Denver, about 4 years ago, I think. That was RuneScape for me. Both the Grand Exchange, a player-based trading system that had where you could put in a price for something and if it bought, nice. If it didn't, it didn't. That's why limit trading makes so much sense to me, I suppose. Then when the newer of the two versions of RS came out and there was no Grand Exchange, it showed how not having an organized trading system left the market completely effed by people setting their own prices and doing anything to keep their price at what it was. I played RS since 2001. I remember having to gather your own supplies. I remember hunting imps for a effing week to get a low-level quest finished, versus buying beads instantly on the Grand Exchange for $1,000 each. I also remember hustling beads, paying noobs 300 GP for every bead they find while I was skilling, where people would literally bring me money because they were too stupid to know how to make it for themselves on the exchange. I remember buying Pure S on Free Worlds for 10 GP and selling it to my member's friend for 25 GP, who turned around and sold it to Rune Runners for 50 GP, who ran it to Rune Crafters for 100 GP. Knowledge is the second most important thing out there when everyone has the ability to trade freely and effortlessly, but opportunity is the most important thing. I had the knowledge to sell Essence for 100 gold each, but I didn't have the opportunity, so I took my 15 gold profit happily. Kids mining the Essence one at a time, selling them for 10 gold, had neither the knowledge or the opportunity. Nowadays everyone has that knowledge and most people have that opportunity, and things kind of even out. To force that on people, only paid tier members can even mine Pure Essence now, the expensive runes. Literally the same process, the same tools, the same amount of time, but if you pay to get access to the premium server, you get 10x more money for your efforts. Before the Grand Exchange, I used to work hard buying weapons from player killers near the player killing area, Sims from F2P Wild, for 25k each, to take them across the street and sell them for 30k, 40k each. I saw the fighters take my money and try to buy food with it at a premium to get back to fighting as quickly as possible. I started buying fish cheap from fishers off near the skilling areas, taking them to the fighting areas and selling them for twice as much while buying weapons. Before I knew it, I was trading lobsters for weapons without even wasting time converting it to money first. The same guys would sell me a sim for 25k and buy lobsters from me at like 350 each. If I cut out the cash, I could trade them 20k worth of lobsters for a sim, and they'd do it because it meant not spending 10 minutes trying to find a person selling fish, because that was 10 minutes not killing people and 10 minutes not collecting more sims. What I'm getting at is that every market has the potential to be balanced, and every market has the potential to be crap. When trading things, the opportunity is the most important thing, because that is what sets the value. If you need money quick, a pawn shop will pay less for it because they know you have little other opportunity and they see a big opportunity for themselves. Equal opportunity paired with widespread knowledge creates true value that allows people to trade fairly and accurately without having to gamble or miss out. Every hand's a loser, every hand's a winner. That sort of thing. With the increase in knowledge these last couple of decades, from the increase in virtual economies, we're going to see a shift in how things play out in the real world, with real money. The only thing we have to look out for and fight for is our opportunity. With enough knowledge spread among enough people, we can brute force our way into this economy, but we have to make sure nobody takes away our opportunity. The fairer we make the fight, the more they will change the rules to keep us out. To keep us poor, because knowledge and opportunity give us power and power gives us money, but they think money gives them power, and that's not how it works. Power gives us money because it evens out the playing field and restores balance, but that doesn't mean money gives them power automatically. It only gives them power if we let their money take away our opportunity. This is quality right up here. Thank you for RSPs. What a uniquely pleasurable read. I remember the day I logged in and trade chat was all $G.M.E, buy the dip, diamond hands. That's the day I realized we are at peak bubble. When my girlfriend, who knows not a thing about stocks but knows I do, texted me saying, "Honey, I think we should buy GameStop stock," I pressed the sell button. Plot twist: girlfriend's husband is DFV. Remember the Barron's chat? Barron's is where I get all my financial and life advice. Was doing AV, right as we got to Vaughn, someone yelled at for the GameStop. Haha, retard. But what did the Wendy's janitor say? I'm looking for a good 1,000 bagger. He said, "I'll give you $50 if you suck my dick." Quick math says you only have to suck his dick 20 times to get that 1K. What did you buy with your $50? And then? Whoever threw this paper here, your mom's a hoe. I've made solid gains, but not gonna lie, the big bucks come from dumb WSB YOLOs like that nearly instant, plus 200%, on GameStop calls, or lucky ass spy puts. Trust the retard. Be the retard. Asking strangers on Omegle is the new meta during the pandemic. I honestly don't understand your culture here at all, but I find it fascinating. Wendy's with a casino and a poorly lit back alley to re-up after losses. I effing love this place. Don't forget Quad Witching Hour, Vale, SPY puts right before the market drop from Corona, then people constantly spamming buy the dip as the market continued to drop. Ah, good times. Also, for all the new people here sad your stock trading didn't go so well, make sure you go ahead and sign up for the 3rd annual paper trading competition when user chainsaw_vasectomy puts up the post. Great way to learn, especially if you are under 18. Reddit link. And other classics like deciding on bets based on where the dog craps in the yard, or Gordon Gekko. And all of the great meme gifs. Thank God I didn't know about this sub last March. My gambling ass definitely would have fell for that. Buy the dip. If you would have bought any dip during the March crash and held, you would have made money. That's exactly how I'm up about 60% right now. Sadly, I was playing with chump change, so that 60% equates to about $600. But that's still $600 I didn't have before. But it's been steadily climbing, and I like the stocks, so I'm just going to leave it in and let it ride. Stonks only go up. He likes the stocks. When COVID really hit the US in early 2020, a few friends/family were all reallocating or pulling out. While it seems super obvious now, at the time my market will end 2020 higher than it started prediction was lunacy. I have a few saved Reddit comments of me telling people that and getting tons of flack for it, laughing my butt off. I upped my 401k contribution. Didn't change anything, didn't reallocate, and forced myself to never log into the account. I closed 2020 on a 26.5% performance gain in the account, performance gain, not counting contributions obviously, so I'm stoked. 100%, it's easy to see in hindsight. Crap, I thought the market would still tank even with the money printer, and we all know how that turned out. If you had bought the dip at basically any time last March and held, you would have made hella money, assuming you bought shares or options expiring 12 months out. Even a retard could have made out like Spandit by buying into the March dip. Nearly every single stock outside of tourism has recovered very well. Vail was an absolute money printer though. Not if you bought FDs when you thought Musk was going to announce the partnership. Those got crushed so effing fast. Feels like a lifetime ago that $JNUG, $A.M.D. Hell, even the tankers stocks were relevant. Don't forget Blue Apron and Disney puts. I remember how people got burned by the mouse. What about the legend of 1R0 Nyman? And the SPY 250 puts gang, the SLV gang, the Kang gang, when everyone was chasing snap puts, tanker gang, etc. Wild times. Remember that one dude who almost had to take delivery of 1,000 barrels of oil? Laughing my butt off. Yeah, what was up with oil? I remember reading you could get it practically for free if you could store it. Or wasn't it even negative at one point? I'm no expert. It was -$60 when the dude bought it. A contract is 1,000 barrels, so multiply $60 by 1,000, he got $60,000 from buying the oil. If I recall correctly, he would have had to take delivery of it, but he managed to find someone to buy it off him the day after for like -$12. Yeah, I remember seeing something about this and being like, well crap, no wonder it's negative. Why else would people not be flipping out for it left and right? If you happen to some crazy liquid storage space, though, I can't think of another time you could get free money so easily. Yes. Corn futures was a thing too for a minute. Gah. I don't even think 99% of the people here even know what FDs are now. Love a good FD for my butt pussy. It's called a bussy, sir. Of course I know what an FD is, I watched Initial D. I thought this was a casino. It is both. Dual purpose. Oh good cause I'm down $2,500 and I need some action, just need one big win to make me whole again. At least Wendy still provides utensils I can stab myself. $PRPL is an amazing longer term play. In the PRPL DD the guy kept saying to not be too risky and this sub straight out didn't read it and bought earning FDs lol. Wendy's nuts hit your face? It made me so happy when the friends of mine I've been telling about WSB for the last few years finally got in on it and lost thousands. 1 of US. 1 of US. 1 of US. 2021, WSB invents trickle-up economics. Evaporate up. This is the subreddit for losing money. I was warned. I may be a drooling retard who needs help getting dressed in the morning, but I put exactly as much money into GME as I was willing to light on fire. Which is more or less what happened. My brain is so shiny and smooth. Bumpy brains with folds aren't cute anyways, smooth is the way. Slick like a dolphin's ass. I got into this sub, dropped $2,000 seriously thinking I'd triple them and then dipped with $400. My brain is a effing bowling ball. I don't know, bowling balls have some weight to them. I always knew WSB existed ever since Guy hit the front page, but always thought it was just a really weird stock trading discussion site. Then GME happened and I made a slight profit. Now half my portfolio is call options and the other is meme stocks. F me. Good retard. I first made a nice profit on them. Then I got remorse and went back in and lost double of what I originally gained. Next time I will control the greed. Or the fear. Hole. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to be the first to know about Red Rabbit Reader's new videos. If you like our videos, please like them on YouTube and share them with your friends. We welcome your comments below. Press to start another of our videos.